So, you got a raise. That's awesome. It feels like a huge win, right? But what if I told you that for most people, that raise is actually a trap in disguise? Today, we're going to break down a 5-step protocol to make sure your next pay bump actually builds real, lasting wealth instead of just, bigger bills.
I know, that sounds super dramatic, but it's a fundamental truth. We're all conditioned to believe that more income is the solution to our money problems. But the reality? For most of us, it just throws gasoline on the fire. And it all comes down to a really common and really expensive mistake.
And there it is. Welcome to the raise trap, or as you've probably heard it called, lifestyle creep. This is the reason why people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year can still be totally broke, living paycheck to paycheck. It is a silent wealth killer, and it operates on a dead simple principle.
Now, this isn't just a quirky suggestion. For most people, it's like a law of financial nature. If you don't have a conscious plan, your spending will magically expand to eat up every single new dollar you make. To beat this thing, you have to understand the huge difference between the money that flows through your hams and the money that actually sticks to them.
Okay, so before we get into the step-by-step plan, we have to talk about the glitch in our own mental software. Why do we instinctively fall for this raise trap every single time? Well, the answer is all in our psychology.
The second you get that raise, your brain just lights up. You get a hit of dopamine, and that little voice in your head says, I worked my butt off for this, I deserve it. And that kicks in what some people call the status tax, this subconscious need to prove to everyone, to the tribe, that you've leveled up. The new apartment, the nicer car. Look, these aren't just purchases, they're signals. But they're signals that get two very different things completely mixed up.
And here is the absolute crucial point. Income is temporary. Think of it like a stream. Wealth, on the other hand, is what you build when you divert part of that stream into a reservoir that just grows and grows over time. The whole point of a raise isn't just to make the stream bigger, it's to build a bigger reservoir.
Seriously, think about that for a second. Every single dollar of your raise has a job to do. You just have to decide who it's going to work for, you and your future, or the brands that want to keep you running on their hamster wheel. And that brings us to the plan.
So how do you actually do it? How do you break Parkinson's law and make sure your raise works for you, not against you? We're going to walk through a very specific, very actionable 5-step protocol right now.
Here's the roadmap. Each one of these steps is designed to build a system that protects you from your own worst instincts and puts your wealth building on autopilot. Let's start with the foundation.
Step 1, the 50% rule. This one is non-negotiable. You take the after-tax increase from your raise and you split it right down the middle. 50% goes to current you. Enjoy it. Seriously, upgrade your lifestyle a little bit. This is what keeps you from burning out. But the other 50%? That's for future you. It gets invested or used to smash debt. No exceptions.
Okay, let's be real. Willpower runs out. If that extra money hits your main checking account, I promise you, you will find a way to spend it. So step 2 is all about introducing what we call friction. Before that first bigger paycheck even lands, you need to go into your payroll system and set up a split deposit. Have that future you 50% sent directly to a totally separate investment or savings account. You can't spend money you never see.
All right, if you have high-interest consumer debt, like credit cards, this step is mandatory. Your future you money has one job and one job only, to kill that debt. Trying to invest while you're carrying expensive debt makes zero mathematical sense. It's like trying to run up an escalator that's moving down faster than you're running up.
And here is exactly why. The average interest rate on a credit card is pushing these absolutely punishing levels. There is no investment on planet Earth that can guarantee you a 29% return. But you know what does? Paying off a debt that's charging you 29%. It is the single highest return investment you can possibly make, period.
This just says it all, doesn't it? You have to stop the bleeding before you can even think about accumulating. Every single dollar you throw at that high-interest debt is a dollar that stops working against you and finally starts working for you.
Next up, step 4. This is where most people completely fall apart. They get a raise and immediately, they upgrade their biggest expenses, their house and their car. You can't do that. For the first 12 months, you have to freeze these costs. Think of it as a cooling off period. It lets you stack cash and prove that the new income is stable before you lock yourself into much higher monthly payments. And finally, we get to the most exciting part. This is the payoff.
You get to plug your new, higher savings rate into your financial independence calculations, and you get to see what happens. When your income goes up, but your spending stays pretty flat, your timeline to freedom just accelerates like crazy. This is the real reason you wanted a raise in the first place.
The impact is staggering. It's not a small change. Investing just half of a single $20,000 raise year after year could literally shave 3 to 5 years off your working career. Think about that. You aren't just earning more money, you are buying back years of your life.
So when you boil it all down, your raise presents you with a fundamental choice. It's a choice between two completely different paths, two different machines for your financial life.
You can choose the treadmill. That's where you run faster and faster, you make more and more money, but you stay in exactly the same place financially. Or you can choose to build an escalator, where every single increase in your income lifts you higher automatically, without you having to put in any more effort.
And that's really the trade-off, isn't it? This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making a conscious decision. So the next time you get a raise, don't just think about what it can buy. Think about how much time it can buy for you. The choice is yours.